Hi there, Facebook, and hi there, YouTube. I hope wherever you are in the world that you are safe and you are well. I am very, very pleased to be with you, and welcome to the Wheel of Fortune predictions. So, what I am doing in this video is I am helping you to predict a brilliant future for yourself, not through using tarot cards or a crystal ball, although I do possess both, but through your vibration and through your aura. Now, I know that many of you watching me are light workers, you are healers, and you are empaths, and I want to talk to you about the biggest issue with that. Once I've done that, I will be closing YouTube down, and if you're there, I will be pulling. I don't do very long videos now because, we're all very, very. So one of the things which is going on at the minute is a lot of people are experiencing dark night of the soul. And this split between those people that are having a very supportive experience on earth and those people that are having a very difficult experience on earth, it's becoming a lot clearer. Now, one of the problems with this is that if you're an empath and you are emotionally affected by the difficult time that your loved one is having, what can actually happen is that their energy affects your energy to the point where the universe thinks that your vibration is the same as theirs, and you start manifesting at their level rather than your own. And this happened to me. This has happened to me several times. And, if you're a loving person and you really care about your grown-up child or your spouse or your friend or whoever it is, it's natural that your concern is very evident within your aura, especially if your loved one is in a situation that can't immediately be resolved. It can really, really wear you down. Now, this happened to me when my little girl nearly died 2 years ago. She got to 4.5 stone. She's now doing really well, by the way, for anybody that followed our story. Thank you for your support. She is now very healthy. I'm also very healthy as well, a little bit too healthy these days, but there we go. But the effect that had is that when the universe looked at me, it saw all the sadness and the fear and the shock and the worry, and the sheer, not being sure if I could be here anymore that she was feeling because I was so concerned about her. So what happened with that is, instead of me manifesting what I wanted to manifest to allow that experience to be easier, I manifested a very difficult experience through my concern for her. And this happens to empaths and light workers and warm-hearted people the world over. So with the Wheel of Fortune predictions, what I want to say to you is this: if you have the capacity to care that much about somebody else, that their story affects yours, you also have the capacity to be completely stubborn and view them as having the power to change their life, even if they don't believe that, and even if they're caught in the middle of an addiction or something like that. By viewing them as having the ultimate power to change their life, even if they're a child, you actually start to release the energy that is theirs, that's in your aura, and your higher self is able to move you along your life path, whether or not they're moving productively along theirs. So how do you do this? Very, very simply, you become stubborn as hell. And whatever a loved one is going through, and however much empathy that you have for that person, you can't help anyone else if you cannot help yourself. And I will go one step further than to say you can't help anyone else if you're not helping yourself. It got to a stage with me that I had to accept that my little girl would rather die, and I had to make a decision that I was prepared to stay here, even though I really didn't want to, because that was the only way she was going to take responsibility for herself. And she was only 15 at the time, and she's autistic. But she did, within 3 weeks of doing that, she started eating. So the important thing to say to you is this: if you can be really, really stubborn about the fact that you know the other person has the potential to change, you don't need to believe that they are going to change. But if you know that they have the potential to change, because everybody does, then your aura will start to clear. If you can go one step further than that and know that you are absolutely worthy of being happy, even if they are sad, and if you can go one step further than that and be happy, and if you can retain a sense of self-worth, even though other people are having whatever experience they're having, you will start to experience more abundance in all the ways that are right for you. Now, there's a saying that what goes up must come down. That's true, but it can also go back up again. And if that's possible for you, it's possible for them as well. And we're not saying that anybody chooses to be in a very difficult situation, but rights and wrongs aside, if you view them as having the potential to become more empowered, the way that you help them the best is by being more empowered within your story. Because if you're more empowered, the people around you actually start to realize that you expect them to take responsibility for themselves, and they actually start to do it. It's a funny thing, the domino effect, I think it's called. So although what goes up must come down, it will always go up again. So the next stage of this is be absolutely stubborn as hell and decide that life will get better than it is. Life will become much better than it is. And this is no matter what's going on, whether you've got a great life and you don't even know how much better it could get, still be stubborn. And if you're having a difficult time and you don't know how much better it could get, or how it could get better, maybe somebody around you has got a diagnosis, which is really hard for the whole family to live with, be stubborn. No, I fully expect my life to get better. Of course it will. Well, maybe it's not easy now, but it'll get better. It'll get better. Everything will always work out, I promise you. So the Wheel of Fortune on the outside is showing you how you feel about your life as a whole on the inside. There are bound to be bits that you love, and there are bound to be bits that you don't. But if overall you can give thanks for your life, there's always going to be another opportunity for things to get better. There's always going to be another opportunity for more money to come, even if you've got none right now. There's always going to be another soulmate for you, even if you've just lost one. There's always going to be another opportunity for your health to get better. There's always going to be other opportunities, even when there are none in one area. Let's say you've got a terminal illness, right? So maybe that in that way cannot get better, but maybe there are opportunities for you to reunite with family that you haven't seen in 20, 30 years. There are always opportunities for your life to get better. You don't need to decide what those opportunities are ahead of time. There is always going to be a happier day for you, and it will happen far quicker if you decide that you know that that is a fact. Your reality shapes around your auric energy. Your auric energy is the effect that other people have on you and the effect you have on yourself. So watch out for that. Okay, I'm going to draw YouTube to a close. Just to let you know, the offer closes today to join the Spirit Centre and get a free reading for joining. So the Spirit Centre is on my website. It's my new online learning platform. There are loads of different psychic classes on there. You can either do silver, gold, or nothing. The gold option is £20 a month. You get a free personal reading. It's not a group reading that you get. And you also get an activation as well that the silver members do not get. And if you sign up today for gold, you will actually get a free reading for joining as my gift to you. But that ends today. So check out my website, SheilaMaria.com. Get yourself signed up for that, and I'll be doing your readings tomorrow. Okay, lots of love, YouTube. We love you so much. Take care. Let the wheel of fortune go upward for you. We love you. Bye for now.